Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Battle for Azeroth video. Today we're going to be looking at the Zandalari troll allied race. The game's latest type of troll feels a hell of a lot different to the dark spear trolls that we know of today, featuring a entirely different posture and animation set, as well as a complement of druid forms that have been making the internet, specifically the Alliance, pretty damn jealous. The Zandalari trolls are what is left over of an empire that at one stage was a dominant force across the whole planet. They've had many ups and downs over the years, with things beginning to go badly for them with the early Night Elves thousands and thousands of years ago, when they were able to win major victories against them and carve out big swathes of territory. So much has happened over their history, and it's great because Nobble's recent lore video is on them, and it's a great place to start, so I recommend checking that out. But in more recent times, the Cataclysm heavily damaged their island of Zandalar, then a renewed offensive from the Amani and the Gurabashi failed, which led to the Prophet Zol trying to, and successfully, waking the Thunder King. Things are quite a bit different now, and the events of the Battle for Azeroth story will eventually culminate in the unlocking of the Zandalari trolls as a playable allied race for the Horde. So Zandalari are quite a departure from the Darkspear trolls that we play today, especially when it comes to the males. While they technically speaking are shorter, well, their posture is pretty damn good, and they are, in terms of their physique, they are shredded, so they do manage to give a very strong impression that fits the backstory of a big, sprawling, vast, proud empire, rather than a band of sort of shadowy hunter types. One of the main reasons to play, say, a male Zandalari troll is they've got an upright posture, unlike the male Darkspear trolls. Of course, both females are upright. This gives them a very different feel, one that's definitely, I'd say, more conventionally heroic feeling, if we're to be charitable, or maybe arrogant if we're going to be realistic. Regardless, though, they look absolutely badass, and this carries into their animations wonderfully. As far as allied races go, I think these guys, they're the real deal, right? We get loads of different skin options, we get tattoos, we also have a different model, unlike, say, the Magkar, who are essentially just a bunch of different skins. So, with all that said, let's go and take a look at their customization options. So there's the current customization options. Things do of course get even better when we look at the Druid forms, but first, let's actually take a look at these guys in gear. Unlike the current Darkspear, they're able to wear gear more conventionally, and this really allows the troll-themed sets that are already in the game and the new ones in Battle for Azeroth to just shine. Really, they feel like the ultimate expression of a big, glorious troll empire, especially when they're geared up in that rich Mesoamerican-inspired armor. And then finally for gear, there is of course their heritage armor set, which looks fantastic, though I suppose it doesn't feel super unique because there are already some similar sets in the expansion. And then let's cover their racial mount. It's a Zandalari Direhorn, which is pretty much just a reskin of the patch 5.2 reputation mount. Now that we've taken a look at the Zandalari trolls themselves, let's move on to their Druid forms. These have really captured people's imaginations, and they really gave us the first glimpse of a totally different feel of Druid, one that wasn't just another bear, cat, and bird. Of course, we see a little bit more of this with the Cultarian humans. But back to these guys. So their flight form is a pterosaur. Makes a lot of sense. I don't think that's going to get old, at least for me. Pretty awesome. One thing, though, is these guys turning into the Druid class mount. That would certainly feel a little bit odd. Now, their bear and cat models, they have animations now. They are the same as the existing cat and bear. For the most part, I think they do work quite well, although sometimes they look a little bit goofy. At the end of the day, turning a bear into a dinosaur is a pretty cool idea, but it does look kind of confusing when you first actually sort of look at the thing. The feral form model looked particularly odd at first because it was in its default quadruped T-pose. That pretty much looked like it was taxidermized, but of course the good news is that now we've got the animated version. It feels way, way, way better. It's a very characterful little fellow with those comically large tusks and that even keep its mouth open that they're so big. After playing Legion, I would love to see what these sort of forms of Troll Druid would look like with maybe some of the troll-themed armor pieces on them, and just really to play around with that. And then finally, balance is a bit odd. It's pretty much a dinosaur-themed skin of an uncorrupted Arakoa. Now, I think that kind of makes sense when you think about birds and dinosaurs, but within World of Warcraft lore, it's a bit odd that that a more evolved form of Birdman from another planet is here as a dinosaur. So that's kind of odd. I suppose it is the closest that we'll actually get to feeling like we're playing as an uncorrupted Arakoa, which is certainly unique. I'm not sure if it'll be a hit with many, but it's probably a niche thing that a lot will love, and if you don't like it, well, there is the Astral Form glyph. But yeah, there's pretty much a look at the Zandalari Druids and the Zandalari Trolls themselves. Overall, I think this is a fantastically strong allied race. We pretty much have new models, they've got a new feel, they're going to look amazing with the troll armor, and narratively it makes complete sense that we get them. I think it's probably like a Nightborn tier, allied race where we do have quite a lot of changes. So pretty damn awesome. So that's it for this video. A massive thank you to you for watching this, and a humongous thank you to everyone over on Patreon who helped to make all of this stuff possible. Over on Patreon, we get vlogs, early access to non-breaking news types of videos, AMAs, behind the scenes, and a whole bunch more. So if you want to support what we're doing, you can check out the Patreon. Other than that, though, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.